Alright, this will be your first blues lesson, and we're going to play a 12-bar blues in the key of E. Our chords are going to be E7th, A7th, and B7th. On the E, we'll strum all six, and we're going to use a shuffle rhythm, which means we're going to strum down and up like this. Very easy rhythm to learn to play. Our next chord is an A7. We only strum 5 strings on the A7, and our other chord is the B7. We can refer to these chords on the E7 as being the 1, the A7 being the 4, and the B7 being the 5. That terminology has a lot to do with the structure of the major scale, and this is actually a song in the key of E major, 12-bar blues. So I'm going to count you through the entire progression. Before we do that, though, let's look at measures 11 and 12. On measures 11 and 12, we're only going to play 2 beats on each chord, and we're going to cycle through all 3 chords, E7 to A7, then back to E7, and resolving on B7. And that comes around at the end of every verse, the last 2 measures. So we'll play 4 measures of E7, 2 measures of A7, back to 2 measures of E7, then a measure of B7, a measure of A7, and then the turnaround, E7 to A7, to E7 to B7. I'll walk you through it, I'll call the chords out, and I'll tell you when to switch. Here we go. Starting on the E7, I'm going to count 4 beats and come in. 1, 2, 3, 4. E7, measure 2, measure 3, measure 4. Now we switch to A7 on measure 5. And then measure 6. Back to E7. Measure 7 and 8. On measure 9 we go to the B7. Measure 10 to A7. Now we have quick chord changes. E7, A7, E7 to B7. Now we repeat the whole verse. 4 measures of E7, measure 2, measure 3, and measure 4. Now we switch to A7 on measure 5, and measure 6, back to E7 on measures 7 and 8. Now we go to B7 on measure 9, A7 on measure 10, quick chord changes, E7 to A7, to E7, to B7. Now we start over, E7, E7, measure 3, E7, and measure 4. Now we go to measure 5, A7, measure 6, back to E on measures 7 and 8. B7 on measure 9, A7 on measure 10. Quick chord changes, here we go. E7 to A7, to E7 to B7. One more verse, E7, 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 E7. Come on now, switch to A, here we go. Stay with me. Now back to E7. Now we go to B7 to A7 to E7 to A7. Now stop on the E. And then do this. Play an F note right here on the 6th string, 1st fret, and then end on E. And there's your ending right there. Good luck. Enjoy.